Hello, Amanda Neworth here. Going to do another reading. And so, what is the date today? It is, can you believe it, the 24th of May 2021? So, I'm just going to shuffle, but we're going to do Australia, Australians, New Zealand, New Zealanders again and see what comes up. I shall be seeing you in just a moment. Okay, so this card fell out. It's defeat. So that really says that there's a whole lot of mental, crazy stuff going on that is really dark. As you can see, you can almost see the satanic symbol in there. So we've really got to become really hyper aware, actually, of where things are coming from. I would suggest you really review everything, review your heart, but this is for Australia, so there's some pretty bad mental stuff going on that's trying to defeat us. All right, so I want you to stay strong. So I'm going to pop this back in the deck and shuffle proper. Back in a minute. Alrighty, so I've done the deck, so we'll just split. Okay, go. What have we got? All right, let's see what's around this. Yeah, we've got, oh, okay. Now, we've all got to get a little bit strong here. So there's a bit of a hoodwink going on. Some pretty old magic is going on. Um, and it is of the dark demonic side. It seems pretty strong at the moment. Okay. Um, this is not real good. I honestly can say that the dark cult with this asshole behind it is pretty strong at the moment. All right, let's have a look at what else there is for Australia. All right, so there's a direction going on. It's swift action. All right, so they've had a bit of a breather and now they've had a bit of a rethink of which direction they're going to go in. I don't really get a very good vibe out of this. I think that they're really up to some shenanigans. The last hold. The last hold. All right. We've got it. I've just got to see more cards. Okay, so Australia. So they think they're on a bit of a winner. They really think they're on a winner. Being so hidden and sort of dancing the light fantastic as if nothing's going on. Okay, I'm really getting that they're really trying to pull something out at the moment. They're really trying to pull out dark stuff. Dark stuff. Let's see what's in the near future here. All right. They're pretty worried about what they're doing because look what's happening. They're not being very virtuous and oh, judgment's coming up. Ooh, judgment's coming up. They're going down. Okay. New, different, yeah. A lot of different stuff is about to come out though, but we've got to get through this time. We've got to really get through this time where there's a lot of dark magic going on. A lot of dark magic. They're changing direction. They've had a chance. They've done just some swifties on us. The fortune part, well, they think that they're on a winner, keeping everything hidden, and doing this sort of like light-hearted kind of attitude, but really behind the scenes. And what's coming up in the near future is they're actually very worried that things aren't going to plan. And we've got the old judgment card coming up here. Things are, you know, up against balance of virtue. Hmm. They're in the poop there. They're going to get caught out. Well, we're catching them out, aren't we? Okay, so we've got all this new direction, etc. New things coming for us, for Australia. They're just a little bit hidden at this point, tucked away in the wings, a little bit protected. New direction. And new emotional feelings are coming up for us. New things are going to be on an emotional level. Okay, so that's Australia for today. I didn't really get that much. So I'm going to shuffle for Australians. What does all of that mean for Australians? And I'll be back in a moment. Okay, here it is for the Aussies, for you, us as individuals. All right. Okay, with all of the Swifties that are going on and some pretty yucky planning going on, what have we got? Mm. All right. All right. So we've got some pretty hard energy, which is we've got all these new ideas. We've got all these new ideas how we really would like it to be here on this earth, this terra, this terra firma. I mean, not being terrorized, but uh, and I think everybody's feeling really kind of flat and really disappointed with the way things are going. I would say that it's a very difficult time for everybody here. Okay, so then in that turn, they're taking advantage of this time. So watch out here. Watch out. Okay, so we've got new opportunities, that new things that are happening with the actual earth of Australia. We've got this really blah, the end of the road, like nothing's been maintained, nothing's been looked after. And it's really, really disappointing for us. Really disappointing. So, what's it about? Let's have a little look. It's about those new ideas, those new things that we really want in life. It's those very things where we want to have dominion over our own creative life, the direction we take, make our little mistakes and figure out the direction we want to go. So it's a difficult time because we've got no slipway, no fresh, wonderful ideas. We're all going to have to pull out the dominion of the rule over ourselves, though. That's what's really being asked for. So we've got all of the really sort of dark, smelly, disgusting emotions that are around us. Well, this is pretty fantastic. Okay. So, for all this time that we've really been stuck in the mud, where we're stuck in the stench of all of the system, etc., etc., there is been so much interference in our life, so much in the way we think, and that's such a massive power within us as humans, our mental capacity. Now, that structure that they've had running is falling down, which is this card. It is crumbling. It is not going too well at all. We've just had I think there's a bit of a turning point going on because we've got a lot. It looks to me like we Aussies are actually having a really emotionally difficult time at the moment. Want to take a new direction, but we've just been interfered with so much. But it looks like that really yucky, disgusting, that part we know about being like convict stock and about the original people on this country that is their country. Just that disgusting emotional stuff that has gone on, and all the interference is crumbling. It's falling down. That's very big. That cannot be stopped. That cannot be stopped. What's our near future? Ooh, we've got a different form of energy going on that is external. So something's coming to us. Oh, we've got really fresh, new, wonderful things coming, a new direction coming. Wow, we've got to hang in there. Really hang in there. Something really new, something like a really new birth of sort of some completely different direction is going to be going on. It is going to come from the outside of us. We will have to wait and see. Lots of energy about the direction, really knowing not to be tricked into, say, this, that, what that says to me is not being tricked into taking the token of bribery. Don't take it. Really know what you need so that you can create, because that's a lot of energy. That is a creative energy. Of course, in the dark forces, they use it as sex magic and stuff, but we don't do that. We actually just need to know how to hold on to our energy and to direct it. So we've got a lot of energy coming for us to start creating, changing direction, and taking command in our lives. So I would just say hold it a little while. There's structures that are really crumbling. In fact, we need to focus on that crumbling. We need to focus on new direction, for us to be able to move through this. Okay, let's turn around and help and lift everyone around us up. Okay, it seems to me like there's some pretty difficult energies, emotional energies going around at the moment. Well, I wish you all well with that. I'm just going to move on to now New Zealand. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, we've got New Zealand. All right. What is New Zealand itself? You know, all the politics and all of that. Ah. All right. So for New Zealand, you've got some very hidden, high mystical stuff going on that is actually helping you all. But there are people sitting in power that are feeling pretty darn good at the moment. They've got everything capped, they've got everything contained. Um, you might want to have a look at the people who are doing the wrangling at the moment, because there's some big stuff going on there. Let's have a little look at. So there's again. Okay, so there seems to be a little bit of peace. They're feeling at peace. They're thinking that they've wrangled it. They're thinking they've got everything squared away. They think that everything is all contained, all in balance. They've got the piece, but there's a bit of a thwarting going on with that one, some hidden stuff as well. And so there's some hidden things going on over in New Zealand. There's some more hidden things going on. Now this is looking to me like it is in fact a healing rather than it being the demonic FMs going off their dot. There's something being revealed. There's going to be something revealed. Okay, so we've got right, so this is in fact those darker forces. These are the darker forces. Okay, there's a lot of work going on down underneath. There's a lot of direction going on as well, with to do with this force that seems to be in place. So we've got they're thinking that they're actually pretty good and got it all sorted. Okay, they they really do. Let's see in the near future. A lot of new energy coming. A little bit of military going to go on as well. Bit of military and defeat. Okay, so they think that they're really, really going quite nicely, but ultimately they're going to be taken down. And that thought that we all generate needs to occur. Lots of mental anguish is going to be going on, lots of mental battles that they're going to have. And of course, there's going to be a bit of, we're not out of the wood. You're not out of the woods yet. Still a little bit of a way. They're still wielding their power quite well. But this interesting card here with the military and it being a new push of energy that actually comes up to actually create that to happen. So perhaps the trap's set and they're ready to go. And then we've got the Prince of Swords, which is that whole mental battle. They're a bit worried. They've really done some damage, lots and lots of damage. And they really might think that they're going to get away with it. Okay. Looks to me like that. They think they're going to get away with it. But let's keep an eye on this military, hey? Very interesting. Let's do it for New Zealanders, and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, New Zealanders, come on. What are you going to tell these beautiful people there over the ditch? What kind of thing can you give them? All right. This is for the people. Okay. So strengthen your own magic. strength even though you've got all of those cruel things going on. Okay, we have this incredible power inside of us that they've taken away, manipulated, and turned into the dark. Now, we also have that ability. That is our tradition. That is what we are born, our birthrights, etc. So there's a strength that getting past all of the cruelty, all of the damage done, all of the horrible sort of stuff that they've done mentally. So there's a little bit of a premise like that about building and balancing your strength as the citizens, wielding a little bit of magic perhaps against those. Let's have another look. Okay, so you've got a lot of this is good. So this is saying that you've got some really good earthly energy, really, really great, really good energy, a big surge for you. That is going to help with you undoing all of those sort of darker thoughts, etc., for a new direction. We've all been moulded by this one, and I don't think anybody on planet Earth has escaped from that. So it's about trying to choose that really heartfelt direction that you want to go in instead of them choosing it for you. If the energy's there, victory over it. Woohoo! And again, it's this coming off this, it's this inside energy that you all have, that we all have as a birthright. Yep, raising it internally. Okay, raising it up internally. Really, you have this energy that's going to be coming to you. There's this energy available to you. It is your birthright and the mastery of it. Yep, the mastery of it, so you can contain it. So it's like containing an inner power, inner combustion of goodness. Okay. Oh, okay. So it was potentially that the military was going to come in and do something, called in to do all sorts of things. That idea is dead in the water. It's not working. That military situation isn't. So if we flip it over to the other thing, which is the exhaustion after battle, they're really exhausted. But I'd say that you're really exhausted. You're all exhausted after this battle. So that's what's coming up. You're all going to be really tired and need to replenish yourself with the inner emotional world where it goes both ways. But there's a great big ending, a really big ending happening. A really big ending. And I'd say, wonder if there's going to be something along the lines of redirection of energy to the earthly warriors. Yeah, tap into the abundance and get regenerated up. The end is coming. Okay, be careful not to empty your cup too far in the near future. Oh, wait a minute, where could it also go? Well, from feeling completely eroded, totally empty, got nothing left in your tank, to then being able to be filled up and then go in your own direction. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for New Zealanders. That's it. Well, the end is an eye. We've had the Tower card today. We've had this card. We've had the Death card. Things are changing, though it doesn't look like it on the outside. So again, it's all about that inner emotional work for you guys, New Zealanders. Okay, so this one is dedicated to Jackie because she asked me whether, she put a question to me, and the question is, how do I think it will all play out with Trump and co-acting like they are the good guys who are going to rid the planet of the dumbs and child torture when they are actually Freemasons of the highest order? Okay. So, this is the answer to that question. Okay. something much, much larger is going on, much, much bigger. There is the science of thought is incredible. It is where you have every single thought and every single thing in place. Okay, absolutely everything in place. So there's this massive scientific, you could say, thing going on that has to do with the universe. It also, this one is basically saying that we can't really conceive of how big this is. This is massive, 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 massive. And we'll see what other energies are going on. So this is the card that kind of represents the reset. Okay, this card here is what they thought that they were going to achieve. Now there's a lot of energy being channeled into the earthly things, and it doesn't look to me, it doesn't give me a clarity on on it doesn't give me a clarity on. Okay, so what the clarity is this entire science that's going on is putting a whole lot of energy into that plan that was meant to be. As you can see, it wasn't exactly for us, it was for other beings. This one here, that was their plan. So let's just have a look at what else the energy is. It doesn't feel to me like we've got anything like. I just really have to put all the cards out because it will tell me yes or no. Well, see, there's just a whole lot of work going on, stacks and stacks that we couldn't possibly comprehend, of of quite a high energy, that and science. So it's a really serious plan that's going on. New things coming, new aspirations coming. It's all happening very, very swiftly, and there's a whole lot of with a quite a virtuous situation, using magic upon them, back at them, which I quite like anyway. And it's really working out because there's a new earth happening for certain, magical, and it's going to be a great success. So I think that there are things, it just says to me that there are things going on that we can't really conceive of, much bigger plan than what we can even see. So I hope that's all I'm getting. So I'm going to pack them up and I might see you again later in the week. Thanks so much. Lots of love to you all.